Imagine being stranded on a deserted island or living in a dystopian future where you can only eat one type of food for the rest of your life. Could you survive? And if you could, what food would give you the best chance? Today on Constantly Curious, we're diving into the fascinating science behind nutrition, survival, and what happens when your diet gets really boring. To survive, your body needs a mix of macronutrients, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, as well as essential vitamins and minerals. Carbohydrates provide energy, proteins help build and repair tissues, and fats are crucial for cell membranes and hormone production. Vitamins and minerals, though needed in smaller amounts, are equally vital for keeping your body functioning. So if you're going to live on just one food, it better pack a nutritional punch. But here's the problem. No single food has everything you need in the right quantities. Even foods known for their high nutrient content have limitations. Take apples, for example. They're great for vitamins and fiber, but they're low in protein and fat. Rice is high in carbs but lacks enough vitamins and amino acids to sustain you long term. And protein-rich foods like steak or eggs often lack important carbohydrates or fiber. In short, no food is nutritionally perfect. But let's explore a few contenders that could almost get you there. Let's look at some foods that might give you the best shot at surviving solo. First up, potatoes. These starchy tubers have been called the perfect survival food for a reason. They're high in carbs for energy, contain some protein, and provide a good dose of vitamin C, potassium, and fiber. But even potatoes fall short on essential nutrients like vitamin B12 and fats. Over time, you'd develop deficiencies. Next, eggs. Eggs are one of the most nutrient-dense foods available. They're packed with protein, healthy fats, and vitamins like B12, D, and choline. If you had access to enough eggs, they'd come pretty close to sustaining you. But again, they're low in carbs and fiber, which are essential for energy and gut health. Finally, we have bananas. They're rich in potassium, vitamin C, and carbs. But let's be honest, living on just bananas would likely leave you fatigued and protein deficient within weeks. So while some foods are better than others, they all leave gaps that could spell trouble over time. But what happens to your body when you eat the same thing every day? At first, you might feel okay. Your body can compensate for missing nutrients by drawing from its reserves. But as time goes on, those reserves run out. Here's what could happen. Without enough vitamin C, you could develop scurvy, a condition that causes fatigue, bleeding gums, and even death in extreme cases. A lack of protein would lead to muscle wasting, a weakened immune system, and slower wound healing. Deficiencies in essential fats would affect your brain and nervous system, leading to problems with memory and mood. And without enough fiber, your digestive system would struggle, leading to constipation and long-term gut health issues. Monotony also takes a psychological toll. Humans crave variety in their diet, not just for taste, but for mental health. Eating the same food every day can lead to something called food fatigue, where you lose your appetite and might stop eating altogether. History is full of examples of people relying on a single food source for survival. Sailors in the age of exploration often lived on hardtack and salted meat, which led to scurvy due to a lack of vitamin C. During the Irish potato famine, many poor families survived on potatoes alone because they were easy to grow and calorically dense. But when potato crops failed, starvation became widespread, proving the dangers of relying too heavily on one food source. Even today, scientists are exploring how to create nutritionally complete meals for astronauts on long missions. Their goal is to pack as much nutrition as possible into a limited variety of foods, but even then, variety is key. Ultimately, surviving on one food might be possible in the short term, but it's far from ideal. Humans evolved to eat a diverse diet, and our health depends on it. So the next time you hear someone ask, "What's the one food you'd take to a deserted island?" remember this: the best food is no single food, it's variety. Thanks for joining me on this food for thought journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with the food you'd choose if you could only eat one. What would you pick?